He kept asking life for a sign, until a stranger showed him he was asking the wrong question. Arjun spent his days dreaming of a grand future. He imagined wealth, respect, and a life of ease. He was convinced it was all a matter of luck, a prize that fate would one day simply hand him. He tried to grow a garden, but his efforts were half-hearted. He'd plant seeds, then forget to water them for days. When the tender shoots withered under the sun, he'd sigh, "The world is against me." His mother saw his growing despair. "Fortune favors those who are already in motion," she told him gently. She pointed to their neighbor, whose small plot of land thrived through daily, unseen labor. Arjun listened, but the lesson didn't sink in. His father later shared a story of a blacksmith whose disciplined hammer built an empire from a single forge. But Arjun dismissed it. He believed discipline was for those without grand dreams like his. He decided to try selling goods at the market, but he'd often sleep late, arriving after the best spots were taken. He would sit passively, waiting for customers to come to him, while other vendors actively engaged the crowd. Day after day, he sold nothing. Frustrated, he looked up and shouted at the empty sky, "Why does luck ignore me?" His parents, worried sick, knew they had to do something more. They led him to a wise hermit who lived in a small hut where the river turned. The hermit, with kind eyes that seemed to see right through him, sensed his inner turmoil and asked for his story. Arjun poured out his heart, recounting his failed ventures, his wilting garden, and his unshakable belief that chance had denied him the success he craved. When he finished, the hermit smiled softly. "You are not waiting for luck, Arjun," he said. "You are hiding behind it." Then the hermit began to share truths that would change Arjun's life forever. First, he began, a tree does not grow by admiring the rain from afar. It sends its roots down into the earth daily, constantly seeking nourishment. You must tend to your own growth each and every day, without fail. Second, build your mindset with tiny, non-negotiable rituals. A single page read each night becomes a library of wisdom over the years. A small step taken every morning becomes a journey of 1,000 miles. Third, understand this. Motivation is a fickle breeze, but discipline is the bedrock. The farmer who tends his field every dawn, regardless of his mood, whether he feels inspired or tired, will always reap a harvest. Arjun felt a flicker of understanding. But how do I start? He asked, his voice barely a whisper. Start now, the hermit replied firmly, with one task. A magnificent cathedral is built one stone at a time. Pick one stone and place it perfectly, the hermit continued, his voice steady and calm. Fourth, clarity of purpose is your compass. An archer who aims at 2 targets at once will hit neither. Know exactly what you are aiming for and point all your energy in that direction. Fifth, consistency is a quiet magic. It is the steady drip of water that over time reshapes stone. Small, repeated actions have the power to create monumental change. Arjun felt a profound shift inside him. The fog of excuses was beginning to clear. Sixth, the hermit went on, your hands are the only true sculptors of your destiny. Stop waiting for perfect clay or a flawless chisel. Begin shaping the life you want with what you have right now. Seventh, cultivate an unshakable belief in your own capacity. A vine that believes it can climb will find a way up the highest wall. Your belief in yourself is the trellis upon which you grow. Eighth, own your choices. You are the captain of your ship. A storm is not a matter of luck, but a test of your navigation. Take the helm and steer with intention. And ninth, treat every fall not as the end of the path, but as a lesson written into the journey itself. Each stumble teaches you where the ground is uneven, making you a wiser traveler. These words settled deep in Arjun's heart. He thanked the hermit, his mind clear for the first time in years, and returned home a changed man. The very next morning, he rose before the sun. He didn't wait for inspiration. He created a plan. He returned to his neglected garden, but this time with devotion. He watered, he weeded, and he learned about the soil. Every evening, he read a little about farming, a little about business, a little about life. These small, consistent acts became his new foundation. He stopped speaking of luck entirely. When challenges arose, pests in the garden, a long spell of dry weather, he met them with focus, not fear. He saw them not as bad luck, but as problems to be solved. And solve them he did. Soon his garden flourished, producing an abundance of vibrant vegetables and fragrant herbs. Villagers, drawn by the quality of his produce, started coming to buy from him. He expanded his efforts, planning carefully and engaging with every customer with kindness and respect. His reputation and his prosperity grew, not from a sudden windfall, but from the steady, building wave of his own consistent effort. He began to share his knowledge and seeds with others, helping them start their own gardens. Years later, Arjun was a man of substance and respect, often repeating the hermit's lessons to anyone who felt lost. His story became a living testament to a powerful truth. The message is clear. The wait for fortune is a prison of your own making. Your future is not a lottery ticket you hope to find. It's a structure you build day by day in the quiet hours of consistent effort. Choose discipline over desire. Own your path. Let every setback teach you. Let your focus be unwavering. This story is a reflection. The power to change your narrative, to build your own destiny, has always been in your hands. Begin today. If this story moved you, please like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your support helps us bring more journeys like this to you. Thanks for watching.